that speech to sound similar to today's.
Well, Jake, I think the president will sound similar. When I was in that room, I was almost thinking I was back at a campaign rally some 6 months or so ago, even a year or so ago. So his proposals, his pitches will sound the same. One key difference: only half of the crowd next week in the House chamber will be cheering.
Together, and now you finally have a president. Finally. Took you a long time. Took you a long time.
President Trump taking a victory lap today before a roaring crowd of conservative activists.
The forgotten men and women of America will be forgotten no longer. That is the heart of this new movement and the future of the Republican Party.
It's Mr. Trump's Republican Party now. His realignment of the GOP already underway. Hailed as a hero today at the annual Conservative Political Action Conference, Mr. Trump outlining his America First agenda that goes against the grain of recent Republican orthodoxy.
But there is no such thing as a global anthem, a global currency, or a global flag. This is the United States of America that I'm representing. I'm not representing the globe. I'm representing your country.
Welcome to CPAC 2016.
At this same gathering last year, just outside Washington, many conservatives recoiled at the idea of a Trump presidency. He canceled his appearance and, of course, went on to win.
He really doesn't belong at a conservative gathering. Donald Trump is not a conservative.
But it was here at CPAC 6 years ago where Trump's idea of running for the White House first sprang to life.
While I'm not at this time a candidate for the presidency, I will decide by June whether or not I will become one.
He stopped short of running back then, but his words sound prescient.
I will tell you the reason that I'm thinking about it is that the United States has become a whipping post for the rest of the world.
But now, after 5 weeks in office, the president is faced with making choices over which campaign pledges take priority and how he will pay for them.
We're also putting in a massive budget request for our beloved military. And we will be substantially upgrading all of our military, offensive, defensive, everything, bigger and better and stronger than ever before.
Carol Marino is an early Trump supporter from North Carolina, who for now is giving the president the benefit of the doubt that his agenda won't break the bank.
I'm not overly concerned that he's going to blow the deficit. I'm really not. I think he'll find the way to kind of shrink the waste and then use that someplace else.
Yet several other fiscal conservatives say they are carefully watching the price tag of Trump's agenda, even as he redefines the meaning of conservatism.
Well, you know, again, what is a conservative? I mean, I think that that's one of the questions that we're all debating at this conference.
It was clear today Mr. Trump isn't quite ready to let go of his campaign, even as those promises give way to the realities of governing.
Our victory was a win like nobody has ever seen before.
And Jake, just a short time ago, another very interesting meeting here at the White House. That was with the Ohio governor, John Kasich, and the president. Now, John Kasich has been a loud critic of the president going back more than a year in their own campaign, but they were meeting one-on-one today in the Oval Office. And the governor walked out of the White House and sounded more positive than he's ever sounded yet about the president. But Jake, he said this. He said, look, the man is the president of the United States. It's sort of like you're on a plane and you're rooting for the pilot. All of the governors from across the country also in town this weekend. The president will be meeting with them later. Jake.
Jeff Zeleny at the White House for us. Thank you so much. The White House is pushing back strongly today against the CNN